Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. We've got some breaking news just now on the central economic policy of this Trump administration. In a huge blow to the White House and its agenda, and a big win, I would say, for everyone else, a federal appeals court has just ruled that Trump's sprawling tariffs are unlawful and invalid. Of course, the president has been obsessed with imposing his willy-nilly tariffs on Americans. In fact, it has been the central plank of his entire economic agenda. Now, it has been wildly unpopular. It's polling underwater. It is costing consumers and corporations billions and billions of dollars by the day. It's stopping the Fed from cutting interest rates by driving inflation. It has, on the whole, been really bad economic policy. And most of the discussion of these tariffs have been focused on that. But there's also something about these tariffs, which is that from the jump, they've been pretty clearly illegal. I mean, think about it for a second. Can the president just by himself create tariffs that raise hundreds of billions of dollars with zero congressional input? These tariffs are a violation of the law that they purport to use as the justification, and a violation of the spirit of the Constitution of a country which was quite literally founded on the belief the executive cannot unilaterally just impose a tax without representation, specifically tariffs. Now, the Trump administration has claimed that its tariff regime and the reciprocal tariffs that it has, and those on China and Mexico and Canada, that those are an emergency measure under a 1974 law, and that made it illegal. Well, when this was challenged in a district court, the district court judge said, no way, this does not comport with the law. So the Department of Justice, acting as Trump's lawyers, appealed, and now, just 20 minutes ago, in a huge development, an appellate court has just upheld that ruling 7-4, the federal appellate circuit, saying it is illegal. All the tariffs you're citing are illegal. The emergency you claim is not a valid basis to break the law. Neil Katyal argued this case on behalf of the plaintiffs who just emerged victorious. He previously served as acting Solicitor General of the United States, and he joins me now. Neil, frame.
Enough for that. You know, I put it in the comment section. I'll link it if you want to watch the whole interview. I'm going to start off first things first, y'all, Sharala. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is corrected in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you sister brothers living in this truth, and Shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo, y'all, Sharala, a whole lot going on, man. We're going to break it down through the scriptures and let you know what's about to happen, man. So you already know how to prepare yourself. You know, none of this will catch you by surprise, because that's what the prophets are supposed to do, and that's what the word is here for. It gives us prophecy, so we know what's about to come. So nothing hits us by surprise, because the Lord gave us the inside scoop, baby. So basically, you just heard from that thing right there, that little commentary. They're saying that Trump's tariffs are illegal, which I'm like, if they're illegal, why y'all letting them do it? Which shows you how incompetent this government is. It shows you the incompetence of the whole Esau's total government system. Like, they saying it's illegal, but yet he's doing it. And what he's doing is he's breaking the economic power of Babylon the Great. He's going to make this country broke. Donald Trump is running Babylon the Great America the same way he runs his companies. And what does he do? If you know Donald Trump, that dude go bankrupt. That's what he do. He's great at that. And he's doing it to the country. Tariffs is a very bad idea when you have no industry. When you don't produce anything and you're putting tariffs, that's just not smart. That's real stupid. Which shows you that Esau Edom, when I say Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he has now been stripped of his wisdom, and they're dumb. Because they're letting Donald Trump bankrupt their country. I'm looking at it, I think the billionaires don't care because they already got their money. So it only hurts the people that's under that. Like, if you're a high millionaire under the working class, oh, this is going to hurt you greatly, because it's going to drive the cost of everything. This is what's going to make inflation. That's what it's going to do. And with him doing that, it also hurts your foreign relations with other countries, because he's put like a 50% tariff on India, which got them very upset and angry. So they're like, we ain't sending nothing to the USA. So what the Lord done did is he done did this precept right here. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all, Sharala. Like the Lord, hey, everything the Lord said he was going to do, he's doing it. So this Jeremiah 50:16, it says, cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handled the sickle in the time of the harvest. For the fear of the oppressing sword, they should turn everyone to his people, and they should flee everyone to his own land. Woo! Let's break that down, because this is going right into play. So it said, cut off the sower from Babylon, man. You know, what you sow, that's what you eat, what you put in the ground. And right now, Babylon the Great America is thrives by trade with other countries because they don't produce anything. It's a consumer nation, so they rely on trade and goods from other countries, you know, particularly China, India, a lot of European countries, Africa, you know, Taiwan. They depend on other countries to get their goods. And with them putting them tariffs on other countries, even their allies, which shows you Babylon the Great done lost their mind. Even putting tariffs on their allies. The other countries, they like, okay, I'll do a workaround. I'll deal with somebody else. That's why you got BRICS. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. They're dealing with each other. They're doing trade with each other. They're doing a workaround of Babylon the Great. So you're not going to get those goods that's going to come in no more. They ain't going to come in. And if they do, they're going to come at a high price. So who's going to pay that? The working class is going to have to pay that. The working class is already broke. So say if you paying like $10 for that coffee that you get, that you know, the mix of coffee you like to get, in the next couple of months, that might be $20, $30. And the working class already like broke. So they can't take any more expenses, any more hits to the pocket. But the elites don't care. Donald Trump don't care. Billionaires don't care. They like, hey man, it's gonna make me money. You better take it, brokey. You know, and that's what's gonna lead to the back. Babylon the Great is going to break. It's going to crumble under that. It's going to implode. Because what keeps it running is money. Commerce. If the working class is working and ain't getting no labors for their money, you know, seeing their money work for them, they can't live. There's people that work 40 hours a week and can't even afford rent. That's not sustainable. That means Babylon the Great has no choice but to collapse on itself. And it's all by the ignorance of the Edomite. You know, the so-called white man, he's dumb. And when it collapses, it's going to start a war, which is what he wants. He wants war with the public. That's why they're bringing in the National Guard. They're bringing in all these little troops, ICE agents. They know the public ain't going to take this. They know the public going to get mad, want to fight, and they want to fight. So this place is about to get real bloody. So that's what it means when it say, and look, it said for the fear of the oppressing sword. Who's the oppressing sword? Babylon the Great America. Other countries like, I ain't got to put up for that. I ain't about to pay them tariffs. Hey, Russia, how much you pay for that? Hey, Africa, like countries in Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, how much can I get for that rubber? How much for that cocoa? I ain't dealing with America no more. China like, hey, I'm about to cut America off and just deal with India, Russia, the Arab nations, just deal with them. And they're going to cut America off, man. So that's the Lord cutting off the sower of Babylon the Great. And that's just totally retarded, idiotic. That's what I'm looking at the Edomites like, boy, y'all sure live stupid. You wanted Donald Trump, and Donald Trump in there doing the most dumbest thing. Like, yeah, he getting paid, but you in the working class, you ain't gonna get paid. You about to lose money, buddy. And that goes for the high millionaires too. They're gonna get rid of, they're gutting the middle class right now. Just gonna be super poor and super rich. That's it. And when that happens, it's going to be civil war. The super poor is going to fight the super rich. Class wars. That's what we be getting ready to go into. And it said, and they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. So you got people that used to, you know, migrate over here, you know, immigration, and get over here to get some money. Ain't no money over here no more. So they're going to stay to their own country. Other countries, like I said earlier, BRICS, they're going to deal with each other. They dumping the U.S. dollar, the U.S. treasuries. The dollar's about to be dead based on what? Bad foreign relations, which is real dumb of the Edomites. But lets us know that the Lord is in control. He making these Edomites make these dumb decisions. That's the Lord doing that. Because this stuff they doing, I'm just looking like, I don't even think my son and my daughter make that type of dumb decision. The stuff they're doing is just, it's off the charts, idiotic. Which let me know the Lord is totally in control. This has to happen for us to get free. So what the Lord is doing, he's breaking down America, Babylon the Great, by making them make dumb decisions. You know, the billionaires getting their money, but they so short-sighted that they're gonna smoke out the working class. And when you ain't got no more grinders, your whole country gonna collapse. That's what keeps it running. So they don't have wisdom. They don't know how to run a kingdom anymore. All they know how to do is steal, kill, and destroy. Is what the Most High said they nature is. That's all they know how to do now. They're stuck in that. They don't know how to flip a coin to the poor. You know, I was watching my aunt Quadar Shahan's lesson, and you know, he had an article, you know, I think I put in there, and you gotta make, they said you need to make $66 an hour to live comfortable in Babylon the Great. And with both my jobs combined, I'm not even making that. Most people not making that. So the working class is about to get straight crushed. And that's gonna lead, that's when all you're gonna see them uproars pop up, man. That's when them ICE agents gonna be needed. The National Guard, the Marines, the Army. He gonna need to fight his own people. And I got an article on that too. Let's go get that. But because of that move with them tariffs, you got 30 countries said they're suspended their shipments to the USA. They said, I just ain't gonna deal with you no more. How about that? I ain't gonna ship to you no more. So it says more than 30 nations have suspended some partial shipments to the United States in preparation of new tariff rules going into effect this week. A UN agency responsible for the postal sector said August 26 more than 24 of its member states have suspended goods consignments to the United States, citing uncertainties over new tariff policies starting on Friday, August 29th, and their potential effects on transit services. So that's going to lead to jobs going out of business because they're not going to get the materials they need. Like, this is just dumb. This is the consequences of the tariffs he's doing, which they say by their own government is illegal. So it's just like, man, incredibly stupidity stuff going on. It's like that movie. It's a movie called Idiocracy. I recommend y'all go watch it, man. It's supposed to be a comedy, but hey, it look like reality. We here now. Let's see what I want to read. I ain't gonna read all of it. It said the agency said in a statement to USA Today that it could not name the 25 countries they say are suspending services, adding that the nations communicated with the agency via their internal emergency information system. However, many nations' postal services and internal shipping companies have already announced their suspensions and partial restrictions of shipments to the U.S. publicity. So check it out. You got Australia, Austria, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, India, Italy, Japan. That's one that's hurt. Japan, Poland, South Korea, Taiwan, Spain. You know, and I just named the big hitters on here. I think it's gonna really hurt Babylon the Great. But I'm gonna put this article in the comment section if I remember, so you can read it and you get the list of the countries that's not, you know, about to stop their shipments to Babylon the Great, because this is gonna hurt, man. This is gonna hurt real bad if they continue to really do this, especially like Japan and Japan and South Korea and Taiwan, because a lot of medication come from Taiwan. Chips, the microchips, and India. I can't forget India too, because all the cell phone makers, the materials come from India. You know, and ain't no telling what else. You know, you got a lot of European countries on here. This is gonna hurt Babylon the Great real bad. Real bad, man. This gonna hurt the money. And then with all this list, I want to get a preset, because when I seen all these European countries on here, it shows me this is about to come into effect. Let's go get it. Right here. This let you know this is about to happen, man. This is Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So look like the European Union is going to disconnect from America. And that the European Union is the beast. The whore is Babylon the Great, America. So it said that the beast shall hate the whore. And you know, America done blew up their Nord Stream pipeline. That hurt, you know. And then now, with these tariffs that America's putting on the European countries, they're like, I'm just not going to deal with you no more. I'm not going to ship nothing to you. I mean, you already done hurt me. You hurt me. You're supposed to be my ally, but you do more hurt to me than my enemy does. So the beast is gonna hate that whore, man. And if Babylon the Great, America loses Europe, the European countries as a trade partner, as a war ally, hey, she's cooked. Stick a fork in this hole and tell her to shut up and sit down. You're cooked. You're done. If the European Union teams up with Russia, the bear, it's over with. And then we also seen Japan and South Korea was on that list too. Them as allies over there on that. They look like Babylon the Great might lose the whole East Coast. The whole East Coast might just cut Babylon the Great off. And when that happens, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, Yasharallah. Straight cook. Cause I'm like, dang, man, you only got a little bit of allies left. You think you would treat them right if you were smart. But the Lord said, nope, nope, nope. I told you, I'm done with Babylon the Great. I'm done with America. Watch this, Yasharallah. And we over here watching like, wow. Hey, we praising the Lord, man. Call her long. Yeah, how will Bashmi was shy. Because, boy, these moves right here are major, man. I'm talking about the Lord cooking. Hey, cooking with some grease. Hot grease. I'm looking like, godly. You about to lose your allies? You already hurting. And then with the hurt, what it does, it's going to transfer down, man. The public in Babylon Great going to be hurting. And particularly the Edomites. You know, Jake, we always struggle. So we going to find a little way to make it. And then us in this truth, we going to be all right. Hopefully they're going to be all right throughout all of this. Now, everybody on the outside of this, they're going to feel that pressure. They're going to feel it. Because I was out today doing some shopping, grocery shopping. And when I'm out, I always look at the people just to, you know, see where they at. And, hey, Yasharallah, man, I'm looking at like supposed to be rich Edomites. Looking down and out, looking sad. There was no mirth. Only time you see some happiness was the children, because you know they don't know what's going on. But when I looked at the parents, all of the parents, all I seen was doom and gloom. They know this place is cooked. I was like, dang, I'm to look at the Edomites like, you look like you got some change, and you look like you just about to cry. Like all of them, it was just look sad. You know, I went to major stores like Walmart, other little places, and all I seen was that doom and gloom. Lets me know that these people are hurting, man. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So, I was watching my ox lesson. Where it's at? Right here. I watching my ox lesson. I ate on this right before I did my lesson. You know, so I highly recommend y'all go watch that, man. It's a good eat, man. Good eating right there. So I ate on this lesson, and my ox put out a precept I have kind of forgot about, you know, but it was so spot on, man, that I got to go pull it too. I got to go pull that same precept, man. So y'all go watch that lesson. And my ox pulled out that Haggai 1 and 5. And it's going to go into what the people are dealing with, man. That's why this place is about to, you know, go up in smoke. Because the only thing holding it together was the money. And the money is withered away. The dollar is losing all its power. And once the dollar has no power and people can't buy what they need, you know, that's when Esau going to come with their MOTB. But you got a lot of people, they don't want to take the MOTBs. So it's going to be a lot of chaos going on before he try to issue that out. Because that's going to be the only saving grace for these people in the world. It's going to be the MOTB. And that's why Esau is doing what he's doing. You know, it's a method to his madness. He wants you to be broke. Because if you're not broke, then you're not going to take his MOTB, that mark of the beast. So check it out, this Haggai 1 and 6. It says, ye have sowing much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye cloth you, but there is not warmth. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes in it. They're showing like when you get paid, you pay your bills, you broke. You ain't got no money. You know? And that's how Esau wanted, man. Like you got Jakes out here working multiple jobs, working lots of hours, pay their bills, and then they broke. Can't even get by. And that's what Esau Edom wants. Because he going to come in like a superhero with that MOTB. When that dollar go ahead and bottom out, they're going to come with a digital currency. And they're going to say, oh, you can get this for a much cheaper price, discounted. Just get your MOTB, get chipped up, and you all good. And that's the whole point of bringing this place down. But it's going to come in by bloodshed. Because a lot of Edomites, they not like Jake. I can see a lot of Jakes taking an MOTB because Jake don't know what's going on. Jake just want comfort. But I notice a lot of Edomites, they're about freedom. And they like their dollar. They like their U.S. dollar. So that U.S. dollar collapsing is going to feel like them collapsing. It's going to be like it's eating their flesh. It's like their flesh is dying because they're connected to their U.S. dollar. And they ain't going to want to take no digital dollar because they know that's the end of their privacy. So the Edomites, they're going to fight against the system. They're going to get in the little groups, militia groups, and they're going to fight against ICE and the National Guard and whatever little government agency, Homeland Security, FEMA troops, whatever it is, the Edomites are going to fight against it. And Jake going to be in the middle of that. We're going to see a civil war in Babylon the Great. Because a lot of Edomites ain't going for that, man. They like, you better keep that dollar going. You better prop that dollar back up. And the elite Edomites is like, hey, man, you take this digital dollar and get this microchip and shut up. And they're going to force it with the sword. That's what Donald Trump got all them ICE agents, man. He's going to cool these people off. Right now, he's testing out their efficiency against the northern tribe of Israel. You know, Issachar, the Mexicans, Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, even the southern tribe, Haitians. Although the Haitians whooped ICE. That's why he had to put some more money into it. Hey, you know, them Levites don't play. Hey, them Levites, man, they just like they are in the Bible, man. Them Levites, they whooped ICE. They ain't going for that. They're not as docile as the other tribes. But nonetheless, that's why Donald Trump got ICE all beefed up, because he wants to force you into the MOTB system. Because these, man, the Americans, they've been groomed on the dollar for too long. They used to spending the money. They used to having money in their hand. They used to touching their money. These Edomites ain't going to go to no digital dollar. And then it's going to be parameters on what you can buy, what you can't buy. Like, Esau know what's coming, man. A lot of Edomites know that this new digital system is coming into play, and they don't want to go for it. And Esau, the elite Edomites, know that the working class is not going to go for it easy. So they got to get these military troops in place, and we're going to see a big old fight over that MOTB, because they're not going to want to take it. It might be a couple Jake. We'll see what Jake do, but I believe a lot of Jakes is going to take it, man. You know, a lot of Jakes is docile, and, man, Esau, he could dog walk them easily, man. Real easy. Jake don't even know what the hell going on. You know, a lot of Jakes, they don't know what the hell going on. But hopefully, we not taking it. We are not taking MOTB. We'll whether be out in the forest or the fields. Hey, we eat some berries off the tree. We not taking MOTB. So that's why I praise the Lord. We know it's coming, so we getting ready for it. But a lot of people, especially 2/3 Jakes, they don't know it's coming. So it's gonna hit them like a sucker punch, man. They're gonna take whatever get them some relief. Whatever get them some relief. And then you got prepper Edomites. You know, Edomites that prep. They know what's coming. Be watching, you know, full spectrum prepper and Dabu. They be watching, you know, the preppers. They gonna fight, man. They're gonna fight. Esau like, I'm not taking no MOTB. I'm not taking your technology. I'm not doing that. You better go get my pension back and my 401k, because that's about to evaporate. And we're gonna see a fight, man. And what's gonna start is these economic woes is gonna come in. It's gonna bring the beginning of sorrows. When they can't buy no food, and they little girl is in there hungry, and she can't eat, because Esau said you got to get this microchip before you eat, you're going to see a battle. You're going to see a fight. And that's what we're going into. And Jake is crazy as hell if they don't see this coming. Because, I mean, it's all on Front Street. This devil done put tariffs on everybody. And with him putting tariffs on everybody, they say, you know what, I just ain't going to trade with you no more. So now the money just going to straight evaporate. The dollar just going straight. That was Donald Trump's whole job to be put in office. His job was to kill the dollar. That was his job. And he looked like he's done it. You know? I think the dollar only got a couple more months. You know, I'm just speaking through the spirit. But I think the dollar's about out of here. To tell you the truth, y'all, Sherrod. Especially if other countries decide, like, I just ain't going to trade with you no more. That's going to kill it. Because then, like, I got another article. Because then this is going to happen. It says a list of companies laying off employees in September. You got companies you got layoffs coming. It's going to be a lot of layoffs. Quality Food Centers, Indeed Inc. Hey, y'all taking them jobs. Jack in the Box. That place is gross. Cooperative Health. Fidelity National Information Services. They go into all like the 401ks and stuff. Sundesk Holdings. Fred Meyer. RV Country Washington LLC. All those companies are laying off, man. So that's going to be more Babylonians without no money, doing bad. And I bet when them trades stop, it's going to be even more jobs laying off. Matter of fact, Qadar Shahan said his job laid off a lot of people. So we're in the beginning of sorrows that's about to take place. And when you're in the beginning of sorrows, what does it lead to? It leads to crying. Because people are going to be fighting for that last piece of bread, man. That great tribulation and something to eat. Resources. It's about to get short. Because resources not coming in no more. This devil done stopped the trade. So, hey, like the Lord said, man, I'm cutting off the sower to Babylon the Great. No more goods, man. He cutting the lights off over here. So it's about to get real, what else should say, rough. Perilous times is coming. So us as the hopeful elect, we need to really get in order and lock in with Yahweh Bashar Shai, so that we not in the same situation as these people that's in the world that don't know the Lord. They about to get their judgment real soon. Little do they know. So I put these things in the comment section if I remember. And I just want to show, like, man, hey, it's about to turn up, man. This fall, it look like fall really going to represent the fall of Babylon the Great. Like, really, literally fall. This place is falling. It's about to sit in the dust. And that's all by the doing of the Lord, man. He's had it with Esau, Edom. So it's time for our kingdom to come up. But our kingdom can't come up until this place gets thrown down. So it's a process. We got to go through the tribulation. We got to be tested. The Lord want to test our resolve to see if we really about that, you know. Right now, we be serving the Lord. We be telling the Lord we're going to serve him. But he's like, okay, I want you to show me. I'm going to put you in some hot water with these devils. I'm going to see how you react, what you do. You know, I want to see if you're going to say no to the MOTB when it's offered. Because I can see Esau giving out, like, big money to the first people that signed up to go get it, to get people to run to go get the MOTB. He might say the first 5,000 people get 50,000 credits. And, man, they'll run to that thing, hey, real fast, man. And so with that being said, I hope it's been informative. I hope it's been edifying. I want to say, Kwam Yashar Allah. Hey, and stay locked in, because Yahweh Shai is quickly on the way. Shalom.